Hello! Hello. Welcome to Zelda Randomizer. I am Phill from the HOLOPROJECTORS, coming with a very strange, out of the ordinary Friday afternoon stream. Last time, we beat 2 temples right at the end of the stream. So if I go round, well, if we look at the tracker, we'll see that we beat the Forest Temple and got the Fire Medallion, but we also beat the Spirit Temple and got the Forest Medallion. So we've actually only got 2 temples left, which is the Fire Temple and the Shadow Temple. Because we are just so close to the end now, we are going to find out what the last 2 items are. Because we're close to completing the Fire Temple, so if that's where the last medallion is, we might not even need to enter the Shadow Temple. So I'm tempted to just look at this and have a look. Okay, so we know that. We know that. We know that. We have to beat the Shadow Temple. Okay. And I think if you look at it as a kid, it tells you where the emeralds are. It's been quite busy. I do have a lot more respect for those who manage to stream on a schedule every single week. Is that just magic or is that an upgrade? Hey! After joking about not wanting to do 100%, we're getting pretty damn close to it already. Please be worth coming all this way. Ooh! Oh! We got the final training grounds key. Now, so as an adult we could go back. Because technically there's a second prize on the horse game as well, but I was sucking at that last week. So, hopefully that's nothing important. That's definitely going to be down the list of things. I'm going to be quite honest with you. Because I don't think anyone watching wants to see me suck at that horse game like a million more times, if we can help it. It's going to turn out to have the light areas or something though, isn't it? Although, saying statements like that, I try and leave them in. Because as anyone who's been watching knows, we've been doing like YouTube videos as well. Try and leave those statements in because the amount that have somehow been correct. Let's finally go wake this dude up. He's been sleeping for like ages. Look at him. Soundly sleeping away. Until now. Bye-bye. Go away. I do like... That's another quality of life thing, because otherwise you have to watch him like run around the corner and disappear out of sight. But this time he just gets up and goes. He's like, later. Oh, mini-boss battle music. Yeah, I dig this. This is another option you can turn off in the randomizer, is doing this kind of stealth section. But because this is the first seed that I'm streaming, I thought I'd leave it on. I'm probably not going to do it beyond... This is one that I'd turn off in the future. Like, it's interesting enough doing this. But it's not interesting enough to do this every single time. Especially considering how late we actually found the egg in this. It's a good thing none of these guys ever look behind them. Do I have to talk to Zelda here, or will it just automatically do it? Yeah. So, okay, we've got Zelda's letter now, which is what opens the gate in Kakariko. Here we are. Okay. Alright. So if we want to go and beat the Fire Temple, we now can. There's like 1 or 2 more things that we missed, and that's it. But part of me feels that the amount that we've been back to the Fire Temple, we almost owe it to complete it at this point. Huh. This kid stuff is giving us all the items today. I don't think we've got a sculpture token. Oh, damn it, I've just cursed it. So, in the last week, there's been a few different live streams, actually, that I've watched bits and pieces of. The first one was at the beginning of that Minecraft Live, which was showing off Steve's moveset for Smash. And my god, I did not expect it to be so technical. Like, how? Yeah, open the gate. I know all this. I've already been up there several times. Anyway, okay, so we're going to the woods now. But the fact that B on the floor is one thing, but then B in front of... Yeah, B on the floor is to mine, isn't it? And B in the air is to place a block, but B in front of a workstation is to craft, and there's different stages of crafting. Oh, here we are. Ah, cursed it. Yeah, and then his... What is it? It's like steel, and then it all goes up to diamond. And he has Mario's forward aerial, but he walks like obviously the blocky Minecraft character. It hasn't come out yet. By the time this video is out, he'd have been out for a while, and I'll probably been playing, you know, giving him a proper try. But yeah, it just seems so weird to me. Looked fun though, to be fair. And you have to... Every DLC makes me just commend the amount of effort that the Smash team put into all the characters. Like, they've invented so many new, like, systems for each DLC. I suppose that is, like, the benefit when you can just focus all your time on it. And as people say, it is a bit of a shame that then you've got, like, the original 12 that haven't had any real changes since, like, Brawl. Like... And even then, that's minor. The reason I said Brawl was Flood for Mario. But no, I think like all the moves that Hero has, like Joker's obviously, what is it? Oh, it's Persona, isn't it? I forgot what the Persona's called. But he's got that you can use. Then you've got, well, Banjo's a pretty standard character, but I'm pretty glad about that. Because it feels like he could have been in the game from the beginning. And I wonder whether they did have like an old work-in-progress character document from Melee that they just dusted off for him. Min Min was quite a big change. Byleth was pretty standard. But yeah, the amount of effort that goes into the DLC, I wouldn't be surprised if the next DLC character is reasonably standard. Like Nintendo first party, and that's it. But it does make me wonder what the rest of the DLCs will be like. Because I don't know if I talked about this last week, so I won't talk about it for too much longer. There's other streams that have happened. Yeah, no, I'm just I think the next DLC being first or third party will set the tone for the rest of the pack. I wouldn't be surprised if all the rest of the DLC are first party, and that it was originally intended that Steve would have been the final character of the first DLC pack, and it would have all been third party, but then they decided they wanted to extend it and just moved it around a bit. Also, Steve looked like he took ages to develop. In terms of other like live streams and things that have taken place this week, they showed off, I haven't caught it, but they showed off some Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity, which looks quite interesting, because one, they had to confirm that your weapons don't break, which I thought was pretty funny. And two, it shows like you've got the whole map and you can explore it and stuff, and it does look like a really interesting game. It does look like more than just Hyrule Warriors again, which was what I was kind of fearing it might be. So I'm down. I'm interested. I think it could be fun. Then you get 2 drops. I believe one is the Redead, and one is this. I will remember as we go through though. So yeah, they kind of all like gather around you. You make your way over here. Oh! And that, well, given that there's no change in Master Quest, that is the last small key for the Shadow Temple. Yeah, no, it's a very good idea to do the Master Quest then, just for that. So yeah, I think Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity might be quite interesting, and obviously there's lots of lore and interesting stuff like that. The one I watched more of was the Pikmin 3 stream, because I do love Pikmin. Yeah, and Pikmin 3 looks... I want to play the demo. I've downloaded the demo. I've really liked how it was played on the Wii U, so I think having a demo for it is maybe the smartest thing they could have done. Because people like me are probably sceptical that it plays quite as well as it did on Wii U, when you had like the touchscreen and all the different options. But it looks like there's a lot of options for control in this one as well, so I'm pleased. And one of the big things from that is the 2-player story mode from the moment that you unlock the second captain, which I think is really good, because me and Vicky, who I do big nostalgia with, and well, she's also my sister, play lots of Pikmin together, so that would just be really, really good. Also, they showed off the prequel, in quote marks, missions with Louie and Olimar, which just looks like it's challenge levels but in the main levels, which, you know, I'm down for that. I've platinumed every Pikmin 3 challenge level, so I'd be super down for doing some more collect treasure. I much prefer the collect treasure to the defeat enemies, because I think those are the 2 major Nintendo games that are coming out before the end of the year, isn't it? Although, for a future Let's Play on the HOLOPROJECTORS Arcade, which is the YouTube channel that you're probably watching this on, picked up Untitled Goose Game, which I think will be a series for Vicky and I to do, because Nick and I have decided that our niche is games with weird stories and melodrama, because I think by now A Way Out has started, and that I really enjoyed. Like, I've really missed doing like the frequent Let's Plays. So A Way Out was just so, like, it goes at a good pace for 2 people to have enough to talk about as well. Like, well, we haven't beaten it yet. Oh. Yeah, it's this one. And this one, they're like, oh no, this is horrible. I hate it. Uh-oh. So clearly not that. There is a second... I have to remind myself of that. So yeah, look out for A Way Out. Look out for a Hat in Time DLC, which should be also going up now, because that was really good. And in the future, look out for Shovel Knight. Look out for Untitled Goose Game, and we got some other good stuff. Now buy this, kid. It's the Mask of Truth, so I do need to sell this. But then I'll probably pick it straight back up. So this one, let's try it. Hey! Watch me go! Amazing! So this is, you set it to the runner. And the runner, he's running around the field, but if you want to catch him, you just make it nighttime and he just sits himself down. Oh, he doesn't appear until I get all 3 spiritual stones. And finally, the locked door that we've been waiting for. Pound it. Done. Well, we were long overdue one of those. Right. I think this is another boss room. Oh, one of these. Come on, Z target. That kind of worked. Oh my god, just target. There we go. And this should be it, I think. And then this raises up. I don't mind that as a mini boss. It is quite fun when you've got the big orange sword, because you're basically just walking around just prodding them with a stick. Bit concerned I'm not going to be able to get back up from there. Didn't stop me though, did it? Oh no. This is where you usually get the Megaton Hammer. Ah, I just screwed myself. Okay, let's not mess it up this time. Well, I suppose I couldn't do any part of the fire temple any less than twice, could I? So as we're getting closer to the end, I think it'd be fun to let's rank. Darn it. And now, my next trick. Ta-da! So that's... And I'm going to be talking about just the regular versions. Because whilst Master Quest is fun, I honestly think the original puzzles and things are better. So we'll go with those. Fire Temple has always been one of my favourites though. I don't even know why. I just kind of like the lava and I don't know, just like the aesthetic of it. And also I guess it's quite a straightforward temple that sits between forest, which can be a bit confusing, or at least it was confusing for me when I was a kid, and water temple, which is obviously the infamous one. So maybe that's why it always like stood out for me. It's because it was like better than those two. Ooh. Okay. Always enjoyed Shadow Temple as well, actually. Although I was thinking about this the other day, and there's actually no real temples that I hate in this game. Like when I was young, I'd have said Water Temple, but even now, Water Temple is pretty straightforward. Unfortunately, it just suffers from one of its keys being really stupidly placed, and that's what kind of ruins it for a lot of people. I think Deku Tree is as good as a starter. Longest Cavern, again, I don't know, it just sits as a nice little middle one. Yeah, this didn't really turn into a very good ranking, did it? I just said they're all great. And pow! And that's another boss done! Music. What is going to be the item? Is it just going to be another sculpture? Yeah. Cursed it that time, didn't I? By saying it out loud. Finally done the bloody Fire Temple. After visiting it almost every single stream and doing a little bit more. That's very good to have that finally done. Alright, so now we're going to become a kid again. Because now, one, we can get the Ocarina of Time and get the Ocarina of Time's song or whatever it is from that. We can also do the final bit of the bunny hood and then go to the Deku Theatre. And after that, I think we've literally done everything as a kid that we could possibly do. I think. Oh, the only thing is the chest game once we get the Lens of Truth, but we still don't have the Lens of Truth. Can you imagine if something really important is behind the chest game, but the Lens of Truth is in Ganon's tower or something? To be fair, on the whole, I've enjoyed this seed. It's had... There we go, let's speed up. It's had a good variety of... It had a good pace early on, although I think the lull in the middle, where we weren't finding anything, was just a bit too long for me. And now we're just kind of... It's a very calm, very chilled sweep up of everything else now. Have to stand in... There we go. Cool cutscene. And now... And that is our Ocarina of Time. And now we've got another cool cutscene. Which takes us out the water and dries us off. Oh! Because we haven't done everything in the water temple yet. I'm just sprinting full pelt to go and rugby tackle him. I do love the idea he just was just shoving rupees into our hands like, please take it, I don't want it, take it, I want this hood. Okay. So first off, he's just staring at us like, what are you doing now? Does he get up and go running off? Oh my god, look at that. Absolutely booking it.